Hey there, hope you're having a good day. This is a food review of the spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's. Now, I've had it before. I'm not going to misrepresent. This is not my first time trying it. I've had it plenty of times and I really like it. I think it's a great chicken sandwich. And so I'm going to talk about the overall presentation of this item. I'm going to talk about taste and mouthfeel, and then value, and then finally I'm going to give my out of 10 rating on this item. So let's go in and get started. As for presentation, it comes in this silver wrapper, which feels nice. I mean, it's labeled as chicken, so it makes it a little more special. It appears to be the same wrapper that they use for the regular and spicy, right? So overall, though, I do like this wrapper. It feels good. It feels warm. I just pulled out of the drive-thru here. And in my experience with Wendy's chicken sandwiches is they do tend to be pretty fresh. Like, they do tend to be pretty hot. Your mileage may vary, just like any fast food chain. It really depends on the people who are working there, whether they're diligent, right? And they probably don't get paid enough to be super diligent, I'm not gonna lie. But in my experience, these tend to be pretty good as fresh. So feels warm in the hands. Wrapper is nice. I like this silver wrapper. Makes it feel more like a premium sandwich, which this would be considered a premium sandwich. When in reading about this, I'm not sure if it specifies that it's a filet, but I know from experience it is a filet. So that gives them bonus points, knowing that this is a premium sandwich. It's a filet as opposed to a patty. If you're not aware, filet means it's a cut of chicken that's battered and fried versus a patty being a slurry that's formed, battered, and fried, right? So this is not a patty. They do have their cheaper chicken sandwich, which is a patty. Which I'm not as fond of. But let's be real, I'd still eat it. But this is their, this is the wrapper. I think I've said enough about presentation. I think they did a good job there with it. So I'm going to go and unwrap. I do wish that more places would do the pouch that really keeps it nice and warm, that Chick-fil-A does, Jack in the Box does. I'm sure there are other places that do it as well that I'm missing, but I wish they would do the pouch. I think that feels more special than just the wrapper. Opening it up, it looks like a good sandwich. I'm not repulsed by it by any means, which is sadly, that's the standard we live by. I'm not repulsed by this thing. So it's got all the ingredients on it. It's got lettuce, tomato, and mayo, as well as that patty that looks so happy there under that lettuce. That is a happy patty. And I did go with the spicy. Of course, I love spicy chicken. Okay, so enough for the presentation. Let's go in and get into taste and mouthfeel. It's always usually consistent. Pretty good. Okay. Like I said, I've had this before many times. It's one of my favorite menu items at Wendy's. And it is really good. I know I just wrapped it up. I don't know why I did that. I'm going to unwrap it. and point a few things out. I don't know if you can see from there. You can see the way the chicken is, that is in fact a fillet that's been breaded and fried. It's a little thin, but it kind of works here. Like some chicken sandwich places will have a thick patty, right? The breading on this is a little thinner, and the chicken is also a little thinner. This is one that you don't have to open super wide to take in, right? And there are positives and negatives here for the way they've arranged this sandwich. One, all the ingredients being so thin makes it easier to eat, right? You're not struggling to open your mouth wide enough to take a bite. And you're not having to do those strategic, like angled bites to really get around this sandwich, which can be a problem if they've made, if the breading is super dense and thick, and then the patty is super thick, and then they pile it with toppings. I'm not a huge fan when it's like that. This seems to be the polar opposite. It's quite thin. You can easily experience top to bottom the entire sandwich, which is both a plus and a minus. And we'll talk a little bit about value here in a bit as to why that is. But this is not a very large sandwich. As for the taste, I love their spicy chicken sandwich. I think the flavor is good. I think they balance it well with the cool mayo. And the lettuce and tomato are also great in there. The bun is like mid-tier premium. It's not their cheapest bun. It's got a brioche-esque, feel to it. Like kind of a shinier and kind of a matte texture on top that you'd expect from a brioche bun. I don't know that it's a brioche bun. I think it's just imitating one. But I think they hit the mark there. I think it ended up being good. As for just general flavor, good. If you like spicy chicken sandwiches, I would recommend this one. As for the different textures throughout to create that mouthfeel, I think they did a good job with the crunchiness. The chicken doesn't get soggy at any point. It is crispy throughout. It's crispy in the right places, soft in the right places, and they're nothing if not consistent. Because, like I said, I get this menu item periodically. I've had it many times, and every time I get it, I feel like I eat it, and I'm happy about it. It's not like some places where you go in and you get the same item and it's hit or miss. For some reason, this particular menu item seems very consistent. And so I think flavor, good on flavor, and it's also consistent. I think mouthfeel is good. It's what you'd expect. Crunchy in the right places, soft in the right places, crispy in the right places. Let's talk value, because I think value is probably the only thing that keeps this sandwich from being perfect. And that is, at regular menu price, this thing is just over $5. And like I said, the thinness of the patty, along with the general pseudo brioche bun, the sub-premium aspects of it, despite it being priced above other, I might even say better chicken sandwiches, makes it lose points, because this is just over $5 at regular menu price, just over $5. I don't think that's correct pricing. I do not think this item is a good value for that price. I will say, if you're like me and you've got their app, they often will have deals that will give you this item for free. I always snap it up when it's free. Or like you buy a medium fry and you get this item. Or you buy a drink and you get this item. That's when I do it. That's when I get this item. Full menu price, though, not a good value. If you're not going to use a deal to get this item, I would stay away. $5 for this sandwich, I don't think it's worth it. I would price this sandwich at like $3.50 is what I would price this sandwich compared to other chicken sandwiches that I would say feel more premium and are around the $4 mark at other places like Popeyes and Jack in the Box. And if you can't tell, it is a cold day in Texas today. That's why I'm wearing this whole ensemble, and I keep kind of adjusting this because it gets a little itchy with all the movement that I'm doing in my head. Okay, so that's my opinion on value. Overall, I would rate this sandwich an 8 out of 10. The only drawback is the value. That's the only drawback. Otherwise, this is a great chicken sandwich. If you have a deal to get it, like one of those coupons or something that give you it for free with other things, get it. And if you haven't tried it, I would highly recommend this one. This is definitely a top tier chicken sandwich in my book, although priced incorrectly in my opinion. So that's 8 out of 10 for a Wendy spicy chicken sandwich. I think that's all I had to say about it. So let me know your opinion on this sandwich in the comments. That's my food review of Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich. I hope you have a good day.